What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be rebuilding the Indiana Pacers. As we all know, they were swept by the not the Boston Kings, the Boston Celtics, sadly. And Tyrese Haliburton was only able to play two of those games because I believe he got injured. And yeah, so they got swept, and now we're going to be rebuilding them back into hopefully a championship team. The Dallas Mavericks go on to beat the Boston Celtics. This is a matchup that's actually going to happen in real life, which is going to be really interesting because as I'm recording this video, the Minnesota Timberwolves are playing game 4, but they're down 3-0 already, and I doubt they're coming back from that because no team in history has. But yeah, this matchup is going to be interesting, especially if Kristaps Porzingis returns. I don't know who's gonna win. It's a really hard. Like Luka and Kyrie are so good together, and then the Boston Celtics starting five is just the most crazy starting five we've seen. So honestly, I have no idea who's gonna win that matchup, but it's gonna be a really interesting one, that's for sure. Player retirements. I doubt Al Horford will be retiring. I don't know actually at 38 he might, but we're gonna override it. I doubt Kyle Lowry would. And then let's see if there's anyone else we should override. Maybe Bojan Bogdanovic. I think that's about it. Let's go to league meetings and reject everything here. Reject. Okay, I forgot about this one up here. So yeah, everything's rejected. I doubt we have any draft picks in the first round. I don't know if we do, to be honest, but I would hope we do. Let's see though. Pacers. Yeah, so our pick goes to the Toronto Raptors, probably in the Pascal Siakam trade, I'm guessing. So we don't have any picks this time around. Let's see if we have a second round pick, which we do at pick number 22. And I doubt that's going to turn into anything too good, but I'm going to fill out our staff signing here, and then we'll jump right into the NBA draft. So the staff signing has been complete. Now let's get in the NBA draft. Number 1 is Alexander Sarr, the Washington Wizards. For some reason, the Washington Wizards always get pick number 1, but it's probably because they're one of the worst teams, obviously. But yeah, but it should go to the Detroit Pistons, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Ron Holland, number 2. I believe, okay, Stefan Castle, number 3. So that was the top 3 picks right there, as you guys seen. Now let's sim to our pick and see who we're going to be selecting in the second round. Nothing really crazy here for us to get, but let's see what would be the best option. This guy's the highest overall, so I guess we might as well go with him. And he's a decent rebounder, good defender. Decent defender, not good because he's below average for his position. But is there anyone else? Honestly, let me think. Oh, Miles Turner, Jalen Smith. Whatever, we'll just go ahead and get this guy since he's the highest overall. It's a second round pick. We shouldn't be thinking about it too much. He's a 68 overall, so obviously we're not going to be using him. And Pascal Siakam, I forgot. What I'm gonna do is put his loyalty on 100 because we all know if he came to the to the Indiana Pacers, they in advance probably already agreed on a contract that he'll be staying with them. Otherwise, I doubt they would be trading for him. And what about Obi Toppin? I don't know about Obi Toppin. I'm assuming the same thing about him, but I guess time will tell, you know? Let's see. Let me first off turn player morals off before players start getting mad. So Benedict Mathurin hopefully develops like crazy, which he usually does in 2K. So yeah, that's gonna be really good to see. Jalen Smith declines. Honestly, he's actually a really good player. Like this, and he can shoot the three ball. So I would want him to be back on our team. And he's a good rebounder on top of all of that. So hopefully we can bring him back. If not, it is what it is. Obi Toppin, we're gonna give the qualifying offer to, of course, and no one else here. Because all the rest are players under 70. I don't even know if they were on the team or not. So we have bird rights on Pascal Siakam and Jalen Smith. For some reason, not on Obi Toppin. So does that mean we can bring Obi Toppin back? I don't know. It says he's a restricted free agent, so we should be able to match whatever's thrown at him, we should be able to match. So I think I want to bring Pascal Siakam back. Honestly, that would probably be the best move at the moment, because unless we have like a lot of cap space, which we do not, but we do have enough for Pascal Siakam. We can bring Tyrese Maxey, but that would get matched, obviously. And Pascal Siakam's a 90 overall now, so which is crazy. He's the second best player in this free agency, so we're just gonna bring him back on a 4-year deal. Player option, and that he should accept that. Hopefully, let's see if he likes that. He does so far. And then Jalen Smith wants 13 million. We'll give him about, I don't know if he plays good in 2K simulation, to be honest. That's why I don't know if I want to bring him on this team or if I want to just go ahead and get a different center. It's a hard decision right now that we have to make, but I would like Andre Drummond on this team, and he's asking for a whole lot less than Jalen Smith, and his overall is a lot higher than Jalen Smith. But the thing is, Jalen Smith can shoot the three ball. So, I think Andre Drummond would be the better option, to be honest. Because Miles Turner is already not a good rebounder, and having two players who are not the best. Well, he's Jalen Smith per 36 minutes is obviously a good rebounder, but it says he's only an A rebounder. So I'm going to go ahead and sign Andre Drummond to a 2-year deal worth about 14 million, that would be. So we're getting Pascal Siakam and Andre Drummond. I don't want to renounce rights on Obi Toppin because, of course, we want to bring him back. Obi Toppin sometimes, I hope they changed it, but in 2K simulation, he used to play really bad, and I hope that's not the case this time around. Oh yeah, there we go. We got Pascal Siakam back. Andrew Nembhard, I believe, is going to be a really good player one day. If you guys seen how he played, man, these allergies, whenever I start recording, I get these allergies. If you guys seen the 2 games of him playing when Tyrese Haliburton got injured, it was crazy. He put up some really good numbers, so I have high hopes for him right here, as you guys can see. I believe he did 32 points and 9 assists. And yeah, this kid's going to be something big one day. But yeah, let me go ahead and I don't know if I want Jalen Smith back. Well, we already got Andre Drummond now, so there's no point in whining. But we're going to get Obi Toppin back for sure. And then I'm going to fill out the rest of the roster. And then once it's filled out, I'll show you guys what it's looking like. We're not going to make much moves. We're probably going to run with the same team. But what I'm hoping is Benedict Mathurin to develop and Tyrese Haliburton to develop. Because that's the key to this team. If Benedict Mathurin was in the playoffs, who knows? He puts up decent numbers. Things could have changed. Even though he's really young, but he was averaging 15 points per game. So you never know, you know? But yeah, I'm going to fill out the rest of the roster, and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like in player progression. So the roster has been complete, and let's jump into player progression. Tyrese Haliburton goes from, I think he was a 90 or 91 to a 94, which is crazy. Pascal Siakam stays the same. Miles Turner goes down somehow, which honestly sucks. But Benedict Mathurin, there's a progression I'm talking about in 2K that he usually gets. He progresses a lot, which is really good for us. Obi Toppin, who we got back on the qualifying offer, because for some reason we were not able to give him a bigger contract. But yeah, at least we got him back. Um, Andrew Nemhard goes up by 1 overall. Honestly, I think he should be going up by a lot more than that. But it is what it is. Andre Drummond and TJ McCollum drops. We may have to trade him soon, which would suck. But honestly, I don't know what we would get from Jarris Walker. Our power forward went up all the way to a 77, but we don't really have room for him on the team, so I don't know what we would do with him. Honestly, maybe we would throw him in a trade with TJ McCollum for a better backup point guard. I don't know. But yeah, this is the team we're going to be running with, and I'll see you guys in the beginning of the season with the same starting five, I believe would be. So what I'm going to do before we start the season is raise Tyrese Haliburton's shot tendency, because I want this man shooting a whole lot more shots. I want him to be a whole lot aggressive. As he was playing in the beginning of the previous season. But then after he got that one injury mid-season that he kept playing through, I believe his points per game went down a lot more after that. Because before that, he was averaging around 25 points per game. But after that, if he forced himself to play through that injury, his points started dropping, but he was still doing what he does, playmaking really good. But yeah, so I upped his shot tendency all the way to a 99. Let's see how he plays. It's going to be interesting seeing him shooting with that type of shot tendency. Pascal Siakam will be the number 2 guy. Number 3 guy will be Benedict Mathurin. And then so on and so on. We'll leave everyone else basically the way it is. Yeah, I think I want to lower Andre Drummond's, to be honest, a little bit. I don't want him shooting way too much either, but that should be good. Yeah, that should be good. And yeah, TJ McCollum's on the team still, so this is our starting 5, the same regular starting 5. I believe Benedict Mathurin used to come off the bench, but we're going to change that and put him in the starting 5. Obi Toppin off the bench, Andre Drummond, how do you say his name? Aaron Neesmith, and TJ McCollum. So our bench is stacked, and so is our starting 5. Now what I'm going to do is start this simulation and see you guys either at the end of this first season or at the trade deadline. So you guys, the Indiana Pacers, the only spot that I can see that needs fixing in their starting 5 would be the shooting guard position. Even though Andrew Nemhard's a really good player, I believe Herb Jones's defense alongside Tyrese Haliburton would just make it 10 times, would make him 10 times better and the starting 5 a lot better. Andrew Nemhard's already a good defender, but obviously in 2K he's not as good as they have Herb Jones. And we would also get Jose Alvarado. We would have to trade TJ McCollum, which sucks to make the salaries match. So we would lose a really good player, but we get back someone who is also pretty good. Honestly, really good. He's a really good defender, which would help us a ton. So I think this trade right here is perfect for us. Let's see if they accept. They don't. But we'll throw in a few picks and see if that changes anything. And there we go. 1 first round picks changed everything. Amazing. Now we have Herb Jones. So this is a new starting 5. Obi Toppin is playing on and off good. I don't know. It's kind of weird. He's not playing as good as he plays in real life. As you guys can see, he almost shot 60%. from the field last year, but still playing really good, which is nice to see. But hopefully he can pick it up and start playing like he did last year. I think it's that he's shooting too many threes in the 2K simulation, but it is what it is. And Miles Turner is also playing amazing. He's shooting 50 and 40 from deep, which is good to see. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to be making any more trades, so I'll probably see you guys at the end of this first season. This team, by the way, is really hard to rebuild because they're already so stacked, but for some reason, we're not doing as good as we should be doing in 2K simulation, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of this season. So as you guys can see, we still had struggles. Like this whole last week, we lost every single game. I do not know why. The Herb, on paper, our team is perfect. Like just perfect. We only have one player playing off the bench who's under an 80 overall, but that's not how 2K works. But I don't know what's going on. I thought this would make the last trade we made for Herb Jones would make us way better and our defense a lot better, but it made our defense worse somehow, which makes absolutely no sense. We were the second best defense at first, and now we're the third. We're third best. Sorry. But whatever, it is what it is. I still believe we're championship contenders. Let me show you guys the player stats. Tyrese Haliburton had an MVP level season, averaging 30 points and 11 assists. Also 5 boards and a steal a game. And then Pascal Siakam was our number 2 scorer with 17 points. And he was rebounding really well, which was awesome for us. And then number 3, Benedict Mathurin, Miles Turner, 13 points per game. He was blocking a lot of shots. For 36 minutes, almost 3 blocks per game. Obi Toppin's efficiency got better, almost went up to 50%, which is amazing. And he averaged a career high in points per game and rebounds per game, which is good to see. And yeah, so on and so on. Herb Jones didn't really do much off the bench because of the playing time he was getting, but it is what it is. Let's see who wins the MVP. It's Luka Doncic. Alexander Sarr wins Rookie of the Year. Josh Hart gets 6th Man of the Year. Depoy goes to Wemby. Azar Thompson, Most Improved Player. Amazing to see. I kind of wanted him. We could have moved him to shooting guard, but can't really shoot the 3 ball, which makes things a little complicated. But we have Miles Turner who can shoot the 3 ball, so I kind of thought it would maybe work out, but I didn't end up pulling that trade. So yeah. We have Tyrese Haliburton on all NBA first team, and I believe that's about it. I don't know how Miles Turner is not on all defensive team, while almost averaging 3 blocks. So that's crazy to see, but yeah. Let's see who we're going up against. We're going up against the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler, and they have Lonzo Ball this time around, which makes them a lot more scary team because we all know they needed a point guard who can shoot the 3 ball and defend, and they got exactly that. And they still have Terry Rozier somehow. I don't know. Oh my god. I do not know how they pulled this off, but they pulled it off somehow. And yeah, let me fix the player minutes here, and then we'll jump right into simulation. So this is what the player minutes are looking like as of right now. We may change that depending on how we play, but let's get right into simulation. So game 1, we win. Box score, Tyrese Haliburton with a double-double. Game 2, we lose. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we win. And we gentlemen sweep them. Wonderful. Now we're going up against the New York Knicks. Obi Toppin's previous team, which is crazy. And then OG Anunoby versus Pascal Siakam. This did happen in real life, and then now it's happening in 2K simulation the next year. And Tyrese Haliburton's putting up 33 points per game and 14 assists. Holy, this guy is something else when you adjust his shot tendency. Herb Jones is playing pretty bad offensively, but his defense is there. Benedict Matherin's playing good. Pascal Siakam's playing good, but his efficiency is horrible for some reason. Is he shooting too many threes? Kind of. 1/3 of his shots are threes for some reason. And Miles Turner's efficiency is horrible. Obi Toppin's doing Obi Toppin things. 50, 50, 90. Wonderful. Aaron Neesmith doing good things. Andre Drummond, 9 rebounds per game in just 16 minutes. Amazing. And then Jose Alvarado playing really good off the bench. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we're able to defeat the New York Knicks, which I honestly hope we are. First, let me adjust the coach game plan and put Herb Jones on Jalen Brunson before we jump into simulation. Because we all know how big of a threat Jalen Brunson can be. Okay, so we're getting into the simulation. Do I think we can beat them? Yes, I do. I also forgot to tell you guys something crazy. The Golden State Warriors acquired James Harden and Isaiah Hartenstein. I did not even realize that. We all know that they need a big man, and it seems like that finally came true. That's honestly amazing. Let's see what James Harden's doing over there. Nothing too crazy, but playmaking. And he's playing horrible in the playoffs. So honestly, I don't know if that was a good trade for them, but it's their choice. Let's see what we can do over here. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we lose. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we lose. Game 5, we win. And Game 6, we lose. Oh my God, we're going to Game 7. Come on. Please, Tyrese Haliburton, let's see what you can do, man. Seems like we're gonna be taking the W. 43 points from Tyrese Haliburton, 22 from Benedict Mathurin. Why is Pascal Siakam only playing 29 minutes per game? I don't know. He's only been playing 30 minutes per game. It's probably because Obi Toppin, I guess, is taking the rest of those minutes, but that's the case. I don't know. I think we just leave things the way they are. We're playing pretty good. But now we're going up against a dangerous team, Cleveland Cavaliers. And for them, Donovan Mitchell is the obvious threat, as we all know. So I'm going to have to come up with a coach game plan. And once I do, we'll start simulating. So the coach game plan has been made. And now let's start simulating. Game 1, we lose. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, we lose. And we're probably out of this, which we are. Oh my God. I don't know why it's so hard to rebuild the Indiana Pacers in 2K, but it just is. And Stephen Curry and James Harden decide to retire the same year, which I highly doubt Curry would do, and I highly doubt James Harden would do. We're going to override that, and we're going to continue trying to win them a championship. We're going to have to make some major changes this offseason in order for us to be a championship team. Let's see if we have any picks. I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. So we do have pick number 24, which is our own. But honestly, I think we're going to be making a lot of trades here because clearly this is not working out. On paper, it looks perfect, but in 2K simulation, it's not doing its thing. So let's see what we can get for Pascal Siakam in Trade Finder. Lauri Markkanen. Honestly, I would rather have Pascal Siakam than Lauri Markkanen, but there's nothing crazy that I'm seeing here. Like, We don't need a small forward, so this wouldn't really make sense. What we would need back in return is another power forward. And someone like Karl Anthony Towns may make sense on this team. He's got size. And what I'm going to try doing is first going for Jaren Jackson Jr. And if we can't get him, then we're going to go ahead and take Karl Anthony Towns. Why not? But for now, I'm going to try going for Jaren Jackson Jr., who's on a 1-year contract. The salaries would not match, not even close. So we'd have to make up for $12 million worth, which would be Brandon Clark, I guess. And then we would give them who back? I don't know. We would have to give them AJ Green back, I guess. That's not going to work, but I'm going to throw a lot of first round picks at them until they accept. But first, let's see what Jaren Jackson even did. He shot 42%, which is horrible. That's because 2K has him shooting a whole lot of three-pointers, which I will change. And we'll push him back in his original position, which will also help. Yeah, so we're going to throw a bunch of first-round picks, and there we go. We get Jaren Jackson Jr. on the team. I don't know how good of a... how good of a trade that was, to be honest, because in 2K simulation he doesn't do what he does in real life, but like in real life you can easily put up 18 points per game, but in the game, as you guys can see, he's lucky to be putting up 15 points per game, shooting at horrible efficiency. So yeah, now I'm going to fill out the staff signing and the rest of the roster, and then I'll show you guys once it's time for player progression. So we're going to be losing Obi Toppin in free agency because we can't bring him back for some reason. Well, we can, but then we're not going to be able to bring back Miles Turner or Jose Alvarado, which obviously we want to bring back Miles Turner over Obi Toppin, unless Obi Toppin is a restricted free agent, which he is not anymore, which sucks for us. So yeah, I'll show you guys what our roster is going to be looking like once it's finished. Luckily, we have a Obi Toppin replacement, Jarace Walker, who I hope progresses even more because we sent him to the G League. I've never played him in 2K simulation, so I do not know how he's going to play, but hopefully he plays good. But yeah, I'll see you guys once we're finished filling out the rest of this roster. So our free agency has been done. Now let's jump into player progression. Tyrese Haliburton stays the same. Luckily, no regression from him because sometimes 2K loves regressing players at such a young age. And a whole lot of progression from Benedict Mathurin, which I hope will help us a ton this offseason. This regular season. Jaren Jackson stays the same. Miles Turner goes up 1, but his physical goes down. I don't know how that makes sense, but okay. And then Herb Jones stays the same. Jarace Walker jumps up to an 80 overall. So losing Obi Toppin might have not been the worst thing as long as Jarace Walker can play as good as he did. So yeah, this is what our team's looking like now. I'm going to advance to the last season of our rebuild, and hopefully we're able to win a championship. If not, I may have to run a third season, but yeah, I'm hoping we're able to win one this season. So here is our starting 5. Tyrese Haliburton, Herb Jones, Benedict Mathurin, Jaren Jackson Jr. back in his original position, power forward, Miles Turner. Jarace Walker off our bench. Honestly, I don't know how he will be. Hopefully he can fill Obi Toppin's shoes. And we also have Aaron Nesmith, Andre Drummond, and then Jose Alvarado coming off the bench over Ben Shepherd. But if Jose Alvarado is not playing well, we can always switch back to Ben Shepherd. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of this season, unless there's any big trades that I decide to make along the way. We're pulling off one trade this season: Aaron Nesmith and a first-round pick for Jonathan Kuminga. We can move Jonathan Kuminga to small forward and his overall jumps up like crazy. And we need someone off the bench who can provide us with decent scoring, which we do not have at the moment. And that can be Jonathan Kuminga. So this is a trade that we're going to be pulling off. Now we have Jonathan Kuminga, and if you guys see, we move him down to small forward. He jumps up 3 overall, which is just insane. So now we have a new 6th man. They're probably going to try putting him. Okay, they don't. So yeah, we have a new 6th man who is Jonathan Kuminga. And I think this is going to make our team a championship contending team 100%. No doubt about it, because Jaren Jackson is playing amazing, and so is Tyrese Haliburton. And Benedict Mathurin is too. So I think we're a championship team now that we got someone coming off the bench who can provide us with decent scoring. And now I'll see you guys at the end of season 2. So at the end of season 2, we are the number 1 seed with 60 wins and only 21 losses. So clearly the Jonathan Kuminga trade helped a lot, because we were missing someone scoring off the bench after we lost Obi Toppin, and he filled that spot perfectly. So here's the player stats: 30 points per game from Tyrese Haliburton, the man himself, also averaging 11.5 assists. Benedict Mathurin stepped up and started had a career high of 22 points per game and 6 rebounds, which is amazing from him. Since he's only 6'5", averaging 6 rebounds is amazing. Jaren Jackson Jr., 15.5 points. Defensively was also amazing, which is nice to see. And then Jonathan Kuminga off the bench, huge help, 15 points per game. Shooting at great efficiency, shooting over 50%. Miles Turner, 13.5 points per game. And then Jarris Walker, 10 points per game. Jarris Walker also shot above 50%, which is insane, because more than half of his shots were 3-point shots. So yeah, he's kind of like an Obi Toppin type of player, which I was honestly not expecting that. But we end the season with 61 wins. Luka wins MVP once again, even though in my opinion it should have been Tyrese Haliburton. Ace Bailey, Rookie of the Year. Reed Shepherd, 6th man. D-Play goes to Wemby once again. Most Improved Player goes to Reed Shepherd. Stephen Curry still getting Clutch Player of the Year at almost 40 years old. Amazing. Rick Carlisle, our coach, wins Coach of the Year. And then Denver wins Executive of the Year. And then we have Tyrese Haliburton on All NBA First Team. And that's probably it. Yep, that is it. So we don't have anyone else, but that's all right. Let's see who we're going to be going up against this time around. We're going up against the New York Knicks once again, but they don't have Jalen Brunson. I think I don't want to use the word, but I think these morons traded him for Kyle Kuzma and Dennis Schroeder. It sure looks like that, so thank you for that. That makes our life a lot easier. Let me fix up the player minutes and then we'll jump right into simulation. So the player minutes have been finished, and now let's start the simulation. So Julius Randle is really their only guy, and he's shooting 42% from the field because they have his 3-point shot tendency so high that I believe we'll just walk through this team. So let's simulate round. I don't want to get too cocky because I've done it before. and lost. And that's exactly what's happening right now. We're down 2-1 somehow. Let's simulate slowly. Game 4, we win. Game 5, we win. Oh, wait, what did I press? Okay, let's see if we can beat them in Game 6, which we do. Now we're going up against the Philadelphia 76ers, who have Tyrese, Maxey, and Joel Embiid. And they also have Cody Williams, who's honestly playing really good for them, defensively and offensively. So this is actually a pretty good team. They also have Corey Kispert, a good three-point shooter, but in the playoffs so far, luckily he's not shooting too good. Hopefully it continues staying that way. And they have Kevin Porter as their sixth man. So this team is a good team, but I believe we can beat them. But you never know with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. And we're tied at 1-1. They're winning 2-1. Series is tied once again. We're up 3-2. And we beat them in Game 6. Beating them in Game 6 is scary because they basically only have Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, and we have this full stack team. Yet yet they're able to push us to Game 6. Same as the New York Knicks. They were able to push us to Game 6 without Jalen Brunson. So are we a championship contending team? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and find out. We're going up against the Detroit Pistons, who have James Wiseman up to 82 overall, which is crazy because I did not know he progresses this much. We had a choice to get Isaiah Stewart. Maybe we should have took it. He's playing amazing right now. But hopefully we're able to walk through this team. Let's see how our players are playing. Tyrese is doing Tyrese things, playing good. Herb Jones is playing good. Benedict Matherin's playing amazing. Jaren Jackson Jr. is playing good. Efficiency could be better, but still he's playing good. Miles Turner, same thing. His efficiency dropped after the first season for some weird reason. First, he was shooting 50% and 40 from deep, and it dropped ever since. Hopefully, he can start playing better again. Jonathan Kuminga's playing great off the bench. So is Jarris Walker. Andre Drummond's playing really good. Jose Alvarado's playing really good. So, honestly, we have a good chance at winning the championship, but I don't want to jinx it. So, yeah. Game 1, we lose. Game 2, we win. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Coach game plan. I'll be right back. Who would have thought that we would have to be going up against the Detroit Pistons with our heart beating like this? Let's jump into Simcast game 4 this would be and see if we're able to beat them. I put our players on their players to defend, but it doesn't seem to be working so far, but hopefully that changes. And we lose. So we're down 3-1. And James Wiseman somehow is leading them to the finals. How is this happening? I do not know. I could not tell you. I could not tell you. Let's see who's playing bad in the conference finals for us. Benedict Matherin's only shooting 37%. Maybe we switch him with Jonathan Kuminga. That's what we're gonna do. If he's gonna be playing that bad in the conference finals, you're getting benched, my guy. And yeah, the rest of the minutes are gonna be switched around like that, and hopefully that helps. I don't know if it will. We'll up Jonathan Kuminga's shot tendency and hope that it helps. Let's see. Let's jump into Simcast once again. Holy, we had like a 20-0 run on them in that beginning right there. Obviously we won this game. There's no way they're coming back from that. Let's see how Jonathan Kuminga did. He went 3 for 9, but we still won, so. And now Benedict Matherin decides to play good once we push him to the bench. Oh, he still played 39 minutes. I forgot, because once you set the coach game plan defensively, you can't change the minutes from the regular coach game plan, all team minutes. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's jump into Simcast once again. See if we can do that again. I hope. Pretty close, but seems like we got it, which we do, and we beat them by 35 points. Jonathan Kuminga with 27, so maybe raising his shot tendency helped. I don't know, but Benedict Mathurin is also playing really well now. He scored 41 points, which is crazy to see. We may be going to the finals. Let's see. Over here, we have the San Antonio Spurs battling it out with the Utah Jazz, who have 3 unicorns, 3 players that are almost 7. I believe Evan Mobley is probably 7 foot, basically. But yeah, 3 7-foot players. Oh my god. The starting 5. That would be crazy. But let's see if we can push Detroit Pistons out of this conference finals. If I have to, I'll jump in and get us this W. But hopefully I don't have to. Let's see. Seems like I'm going to have to jump in and help us. I want the Indiana Pacers to win, but it seems like 2K hates them and they're not going to allow us to win. And honestly, I don't know what else I can do to help this team win a championship. Like, I did everything I possibly can. So now I guess I'll just jump in and we'll forcefully take a championship away from the 2K simulation. So yeah, I'll see you guys once this game's over. And I missed. Okay, I got that. Yeah, I'll see you guys once this game's over in the NBA Finals. We all know otherwise we would have lost, but now it's just for fun and games. So yeah. Right when I stopped recording, you guys will not believe what happened. First, Jonathan Kuminga with the block. I don't know what type of jump shot that is. It's so low. But okay. First, Jonathan Kuminga with the block. And then he catches his own rebound. And then, boom, Miles Turner with a block. So that was right when I stopped. Well, right when I pressed stop recording. So now I'm going to press it again. And hopefully there's not another highlight we miss out on. So I finally won after playing so hard. I don't know how I pulled it off, but somehow I did. And I don't know how this team is so good. It makes no sense to me, but they are somehow. So yeah, I don't know if 2K just hates the Pacers or what it is, but somehow, I don't know. This team's just not able to win a championship, it looks like, but we're going to force it. Game 1, we win. Benedict Mathurin led the way with 43 points. Amazing to see. Tyrese Haliburton didn't really play well at all for some reason, but that's all right. Game 2, we also win. Now Tyrese Haliburton went off. Amazing to see. Game 3, we also win. Tyrese Haliburton with 36 points and 14 assists, only 3 turnovers. This guy is the best playmaker in the world, and he barely turns the ball over, which is crazy to see. But yeah, it looks like we're going to win the championship. Hopefully I don't jinx it, but it seems like the 3 unicorns in the starting 5 is not working out, probably because of spacing and speed, obviously. And yeah, we sweep them. And there you go. The Indiana Pacers have finally won a championship. I know I had to jump in, get past the Detroit Pistons, which makes absolutely no sense. Because on paper, their team is way worse than the Utah Jazz, but that's just how 2K simulation works. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a thumbs up. And I'm going to continue doing more rebuilds like this for you guys. Let me show you the player stats before I exit. So this is for the whole playoffs. Tyrese with 27-point double-double, 13 assists, 26 from Mathurin, 16.5 from Jaren Jackson Jr., 16 from Jonathan Kuminga, Miles Turner did not play well at all for us. Maybe that was a reason why we weren't winning as much as we should have. Like, his efficiency wise was pretty bad. 3-point shooting was good, but not for a big man shooting below 45% from the field. That's pretty bad in my opinion. I don't know about what you guys think. Well, not for every player, but if you're almost 7 foot, you should be shooting at least above 45%. Actually, I don't know. I can't talk. I'm not an NBA player. So yeah, go on. But Jarris Walker, 10 points per game. Amazing player. I did not know he would be playing this well, but he is. Literally shot 55% and 44 from deep. And let me guess, more than half of his shots were three-pointers. So shooting 55% from the field is just amazing. And he's good defensively also, and he can rebound and play make, which is just crazy. Herb Jones did his thing, almost 10 points, over a steal a game. Now let's go to the NBA Finals. Benedict Mathurin led the way with 33 points. I thought it would be Tyrese Haliburton, but Tyrese was struggling. He was shooting only 42% from the field. That's crazy. And then Jaren Jackson Jr. stepped up with almost 22 points per game, 21 and a half to be exact. Jonathan Kuminga stepped up, 17 points per game. Even Herb Jones stepped up, almost 12 points per game. And yeah, Miles Turner did not step up at all in the NBA Finals for some reason. He was shooting really bad, 35%, but it is what it is. We still won us a championship, and that's all that matters. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below with some new video ideas. I'll probably be rebuilding the Minnesota Timberwolves next, because as we're speaking right now, they're down 3-0 to the Boston Celtics. So yeah, you guys will probably see that rebuild next. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.